Welcome, cosmic explorers, to our celestial haven. Today we have a remarkable treat in store for you. We are diving headfirst into the enigmatic universe of Andromedan Contactee, Alex Collier. But before we embark on this cosmic journey, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to join our ever-expanding community. Trust us, you won't want to miss a single moment of the awe-inspiring content we're about to unleash. Sit back and relax and listen to Alex Collier discussing whether the relationships of extraterrestrials differ from humans.
Alex, can you please give us an explanation of how different aliens' relationships work compared to humans? Are they monogamous? Do they have the same commitments or values of marriage? Do they marry? What are their relationships with their children like? Do different species have different beliefs about these things, like the A's, Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, and so forth? Also, I don't understand how, if there is war and fighting in higher dimensions, how is that any different from Earth?
Well, I cannot speak for how many other extraterrestrial races live their day-to-day lives. My only experience has been with the A's. So that's the only information that I can give you in regards to that. Into what we're talking about is what I've witnessed with them. Now, maybe Elena Danan has more information about how other races talk about or have relationships with each other, because she's hanging with the P's. So, and she's a phenomenal source as well. And she deserves support as well. So that might be a great question to send to her, or ask, her team to get to her so that she can address that in regards to the P's. I think we're more like the P's than we are the A's. We've had a lot more interaction with the Pleiadians. And many of them, in fact, are here as a soul group on the planet, where the A soul group is relatively small, but the soul group from fifth density is rather large. Do they have marriage? Do they take vows? It's just more of a commitment. And my understanding is that the tribe, everyone knows that there's a commitment between the two. Do they have children? Yes. Are children born the same way they are here? No, not always. Their children are born are raised outside the womb. And you can still ask or still have a natural childbirth as an A, but I understand that they choose not to. And the reason for that is that the children are very large. And what I mean by that is a child can be 30 to 50 pounds, between 30 and 50 pounds at birth. And I can't imagine that size of a child moving through the birth canal. So the children are born outside the womb. And they have many customs. I mean, they take care of their children. However, they do have communities that help raise all the children. The children have one biological parent, but they can have many mentor parents as well. And that is something that is accepted amongst all the people. They have a custom where, and I only know of this because Morine had a brother who was on a research mission somewhere, and something happened and he perished. His entire ship perished. And his brother had a family. Anyway, those children and his ex came under his protection or guardianship. And they now live together as a collective group, as a very large family, between his children and theirs. So whenever he's home, he plays the role of father and or uncle. And they have other ways of, well, they show affection for each other through physical touch and hugging. I have not ever seen a kiss on the lips. I have seen them press their cheeks to each other and hold it there for a considerable amount of time. And then when they separate, they're both literally glowing. So maybe that's the smooch that they have. That's their way of doing it. They, the only time that there is actual physical intercourse is in the event that they want to have a child. They don't do it for pleasure. I was not comfortable going there with them about that issue. I just listened and nodded, because I definitely know that's not our way. So I don't know what steps it took for them to get to that place or why they're at that place. But I don't necessarily know that our humanity will go in that direction. I simply don't know. I don't know, what 1,000 years from now looks like for Terrans, us. They enjoy music. They like contemporary jazz, which I've already shared with you, nothing with lyrics, because to them, the music is emotion. It conveys the emotion of the artists, and that's what they're interested in. And in their opinion, the verbiage, the lyrics, the singing takes away from the emotionality of the music. And that's their belief system, and that's okay. They create music themselves. However, it's all based on layering of different sounds that they've gathered throughout the galaxy and the universe, such as, a solar system taking the sounds of the planets orbiting around a solar system, or that solar system in its entirety traveling around the central sun. Everything has resonance, and they will take those, they will separate them, and then they will lay them on top of each other and create sound or music, or add other components to it from different star systems or dwarf stars or quasars or black holes. It's really, really different. But I could not hear all the depth of it because I'm third density. My hearing is attuned to this environment that we live in every single day. So I could not hear the depth of their music. And I know this for a fact because there was one specific piece of music or sound that Morine played for me, and he said, "Well, can you hear this?" And I was like, "No, I can't hear it at all. What is that?" So, as I'm learning, they're learning as well. And I think they're sort of like anxious for us to catch up with them because they're anxious to want to share with us and get to know us as well as a species. I've shared that one thing. Culberson, God, for the life of me, his first name escapes me, wrote a piece of music. I think it's Brian Culberson. He wrote a piece of music called The Journey. That's it. And they had guests on board from a planet that they had. Something was going on, and they evac'd a small group of people from that planet, and I guess you could call them refugees, and they were on board. And somehow somebody was sharing with them the knowledge they had on board of the planets and the star systems that they've been to. Anyway, someone put on a piece of music, and it was a piece of jazz, contemporary jazz piece of music by Brian Culberson, and it was called The Journey. And there's this place where the music builds to a crescendo in the middle of the song, and he hits the keys of the computer and a ching. Anyway, these beings, these refugees, just shouted in joy. They had never ever heard a sound like that. And apparently the joy that they physically felt from that moment resonated throughout the entire ship. That was really fucking cool, in my opinion. And I was like, yes, we did that. Earth, that's a Terran. We did that. We have a lot to offer. We do some really great stuff. It's just, we take all this for granted because it's with us all the time, or we don't place enough value on these things because we're so saturated and we just don't appreciate it. And it's probably all of the above. So anyway, if you listen to that sound, that piece of music, I'm sure it's called The Journey by Brian Culberson. It's somewhere 2.5, maybe 3 minutes into around 2.5 minutes. He hits all the keys in the piano. It builds. They were stunned, apparently. And we've already made an impact. We've made an impact already. And, humanity has no clue. Has absolutely no clue.
The time has come to transcend boundaries and embrace the cosmos with open minds and open hearts. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and join the celestial conversation by leaving a comment below. Prepare to embark on a journey that will reshape your understanding of the universe. As we part ways for now, always remember to keep your cosmic curiosity alive, for the cosmos is boundless, and the wonders it holds are infinite. Together, we will uncover truths that defy conventional understanding. Until our next celestial encounter, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for your continued support, which fuels our mission to shed light on the universal mysteries that surround us. If you would like to see Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we host an online seminar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming online seminars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.